told him, like, go rap. Instead of just going to the street, just go rap. And he just took the advice, he just ran with it. And you know where he at now? He made it possible to do that. Yeah. He put the money behind it and...
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's good, Rizzle fam? Funk walked out of the county jail because he snitched on his brother, Young Thug. However, judging by his recent comments, he doesn't seem to regret it a single bit. Last week's in 2022 brought a lot of updates when it comes to the famous YSL RICO case. We've seen a number of members released from jail, and all of them got out thanks to a plea deal. Gunna famously got out after he admitted that YSL is a gang, and he witnessed members of the gang commit crimes. Most importantly, he snitched on Thugger and said that both the drugs and the gun that were found in the car didn't belong to him. But there was another important person, a YSL gang member who got out on a plea, not just Gunna. His plea deal wasn't very different from that of Gunna. Young Thug's brother, Quantavious Greer, aka Funk. The famous RICO case that got 28 members of YSL locked up is finally picking up the pace, and we're looking at numerous members taking plea deals. Funk got released after he admitted 2 counts of the indictment, count 1 and 13. He admitted to theft by receiving stolen property back in September of 2020, and that he is a member of YSL, the gang that's involved in criminal activity. For that, Funk received 12 years in prison, but they took 2 of those off as time served, since he was in jail for quite some time already. But Funk isn't quite a free man just yet. He's gonna be on parole for the next 10 years, and he agreed to play by some rules. Let's just say it won't be a walk in the park for this dude. He'll have to be very careful. So here are the conditions of Funk's parole. First, he has to perform 750 hours of community service. Then he's got to appear in front of a court if they call him up, and he most likely will be called up at some point in the future. Third, Funk cannot possess any guns during his parole. Now, obviously, he cannot commit any crimes. In addition, he's got a strict curfew that he's got to follow. If he's caught outside between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., his parole officer is going to be on his back, and he might go back into jail. But perhaps the most important condition of them all is that Funk cannot communicate with his brother Young Thug until his own case is concluded. They don't want him to collude or communicate in any way with his brother. They don't want him to help each other out, as the prosecutors are trying to build up a case against Thugger and the rest of the YSL boys that are still inside. If you think that this is hard to follow, well, you're kind of right. Some believe the judge gave such strict conditions on Funk's parole, and others only to see some of these YSL members back in jail soon. One comment wrote, "The prosecution know most of those who are taking a plea deal will violate the probation, so in the end, the prosecution will still get them locked up." Some believe that Funk couldn't have gone out with just a plea if he didn't admit to something more than what we know. Unfortunately, we don't have video from the court hearing like in the case of Gunna's plea. We know exactly what Gunna admitted to. Perhaps Funk did something similar. That's why snitching allegations started coming out as soon as folks saw Funk leave the jail building. He can't be let out like that if he didn't give him something in return. Funk answered all the accusations himself on his social media. He went to his Instagram and slammed everyone who dared to call him a snitch. He wrote, "Damn, people really think I told on my own brother? Shake my head. Show me my paperwork I told on anybody. LOL. I'm not even finna entertain any of it. Peace and blessings." But not everyone thinks that he ratted out his brother and got released after. There's also speculations that something else might be going on here. See, some folks believe that Thugger is behind all of this. Perhaps he's the one orchestrating some master plan and telling all of his people to take plea deals. It could be the case, and such plans have happened before. There are a lot of comments online that suggest so, and even DJ Academics flirted with this idea.
This is looking really good for the state. Keep in mind, all of these joints are gonna look similar. And I know y'all probably looking for like direct shit in this thing that's probably gonna make you feel one way or the other. Nobody never really had an opinion about what Gunna did until we heard the in-court yes ma'ams.
Thug had to tell his folks to take these plea deals. Ain't no way they're all just popping out like this. Another person said that Funk and Thugger have a solid relationship and they wouldn't do anything silly. This is all planned. Can't be much of a Thug fan if you don't know who Funk is. I'm betting Thug has told him and maybe others to take plea deals. Thugger knows he's gonna go down either way. Thug just got Funk out too. Sad story. Another thing is for sure, we don't know or understand the full scope of this YSL case until we see Thugger's trial start. We see what happens in court with him in order to understand just how important these plea deals really were. Nobody can tell if Gunna or Funk really snitched or not until they themselves or their names pop up in court during Thugger's trial. Only then are we gonna know what really happened. Luckily, we won't have to wait for a long time. Trial's supposed to start soon. Perhaps our questions will get answered soon. Until then, do you believe that Funk really snitched on his brother, or is that all cap? You think he'll manage to keep his parole conditions intact, or is he gonna slip up and end up in jail? Let's know what you think about the plea deal that Funk took and whether or not he's a snitch in the comments section below. Thanks again for watching the debate.